All right, Layla. What's your most anticipated house? Oh, okay.
Or do you want to do a cold open where we have Layla appearing? And then we're like, hey guys, sorry.
I'm already recording.
Oh, you are? Okay, well then we'll just do the cold open like this.
Say hi. Oh, good girl. You want to go to Universal Studios? No.
I don't think she wants to go.
Oh shit! I don't know if you can see that. There was a doggy. I'm fucking scared.
Aww. He's hungry. He's hungry.
Seriously, that was it? That one got me sweating. Oh my god, that's dope! That's so cool.
Hey guys. Today we figured, since we've been doing so much Halloween Horror Nights content lately, that we are going to give you guys our hype list for the 2024 haunt season. And we're going to go from top to bottom, and we haven't seen each other's lists yet. So hopefully either we'll agree on everything or we'll have completely opposite lists, and it will make for an interesting video.
It'll be hard to decide what to do first.
Okay, so for my number 8, I have Ghostbusters Frozen Empire.
Okay.
What do you have?
I have The Weeknd.
Really?
Yeah, because the line for the, like the house for the celebrity house or whatever is always really long, and I feel like the payoff is never like worth the wait. Like if it's a 2.5 hour wait and then we walk through and it's like we waited 2.5 hours for that. Like when we waited for those pizza fries and it wasn't worth it. So, and it's not really like a theme, it's just
and
spooky.
I do feel like when we have like celebrity houses, I feel like the celebrities are usually too scared to get like.
Well, I don't see why The Weeknd does a horror maze either.
Yeah,
like what is scary about him?
He has, I don't know. He has a lot of fans, so I guess he just brings people to the event.
So that's my number 8.
Okay. Well, my number 8 being Ghostbusters Frozen Empire.
Yeah, why?
I loved the original Ghostbusters house from 2019. But we just tried to watch, and I emphasize tried, to watch the new Ghostbusters movie, and we literally got halfway through it, and we were like, I can't do this anymore.
I couldn't even, the only person I was paying attention to was Dan Aykroyd, and he had such a small part, it was just not worth it. Yeah.
And then I finished it today, and it was a letdown. So I'm not super excited for the house, but hopefully the house will be better than the movie.
My number 7 is Insidious.
My number 7 is also Insidious,
okay.
The Further.
I don't think Insidious is that scary. I've only seen 2 of them, but they weren't that scary to me. And I feel like the whole demon ghost thing is just never really pans out very well for a house. I think the houses lend themselves to big monsters. And you can't really do that with a demon. It's just going to be the demon in every room, or I don't know. I don't think it's going to be that.
The same problem we had with Stranger Things. Where it's it's going to be the Demogorgon.
Oh no, what's it going to be?
Oh no, it's the Demogorgon.
Again. So, yeah.
Yeah, and I've only seen the Insidious with the Major Key demon, the DJ Khaled demon.
What's that one?
I think that's
the red one?
Insidious Into the Further.
I just remember the red one.
The Insidious the Red Door, I think, is one of the movies.
No, the Red Demon.
Oh, the Darth Maul demon?
Yeah.
Yeah. The Darth Maul, there's the guy that can't breathe good, and there's the bride lady.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. And
Isn't
then
there the nun too?
No, that's Conjuring.
Oh, I thought she was in both. I thought it was the same universe.
No, different.
Oh, my bad.
But yeah, so I mean, that shows that we don't really know Insidious very well.
I just don't think it's scary, so.
Yeah. Okay, and then for
number 6?
My number 6 is Texas Chainsaw.
Mine too.
Legacy of Leatherface.
Mine too.
Because when we had Leatherface last time, it was kind of ass.
But we are getting the pulled chicken sandwich
yes,
again, so we're looking forward to that.
Orlando gets pizza fries. We get the Coca-Cola barbecue sauce pulled chicken sandwich.
So good.
It's so good. That is worth waiting in any line for.
Yeah, I will wait 2 hours for that.
Yes.
And it will be worth it.
And I'll get 2 of them.
The only thing is, I put it kind of low on my list because I feel like Leatherface is so played out. Like the whole, it's, a cannibal family. He's wearing skin. And then you're going to walk through a room and there's going to be bodies hanging.
And it's going to smell like shit.
And it's going to smell like barbecue. And then there's going to be an outdoor scene, I'm sure. Like, it's kind of predictable.
The only thing that kept this from being even lower on my list is that we're getting every Leatherface, supposedly.
Oh,
so,
okay.
being that there's the new Netflix one that we thought was a lot better.
Yeah, almost scary.
I'm hoping we'll get a section with that Leatherface.
I think it's scary. I think it's just overdone.
Yeah. What's your number 5?
My number 5 is A Quiet Place.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. What's yours?
Mine is The Weeknd Nightmare Trilogy.
Okay. Why'd you put that one higher?
Because it may not be a scary house, but I think because it's the soundstage house again, I think those always have good production quality.
Oh, that's going to be in the big one?
Same spot it was last
Again?
time.
Okay, yeah, of course.
So
the line's going to wrap around and...
Yeah, but we have Express.
Yeah, for the first time, but if you're like, that was amazing, you want to go through it again?
I highly doubt that we're going to think The Weeknd house is that good.
Well, that's true. I'm definitely not. I'll wait. I'll go get another sandwich.
But yeah, I mean, you already kind of talked about The Weeknd house.
Yeah. I said A Quiet Place because I thought A Quiet Place was scary, and I don't really know how they're gonna do the walkthrough.
Yeah, I get that.
I think there's gonna be references to the movies, like the lights, string lights, I'm sure. Maybe there'll be a cornfield or something. The monsters you only see very quickly, you barely see them.
And then at the end is when you actually get a good look at them.
So I'm sure at the end of the house there's gonna be a big one.
Yeah.
Kind of like they did that one year
guy.
with
Scarecrow the Reaping.
Yeah, they waited to put that at the very end. And then the same with the La Llorona that one year. Was it La Llorona?
Yeah, La Llorona had that too, where they had a big La Llorona at the end. And the Universal Monsters house, where they had the big Sphinx guy at the end.
Yeah.
Or the big
the Anubis guy.
The big Anubis guy.
Yeah. So I think they're gonna probably do that with this house.
And have a stilt guy at the end.
So I put it in the middle because I think it could be cool, but it also could be a flop. And I think probably that big monster at the end will be worth it. So
I'm also kind of worried about that house because it's going in the Walking Dead spot.
Oh,
and the last 2 houses that we've had in the Walking Dead spot have been kind of ass.
But maybe they punched out the walls or something.
Yeah, if they completely gutted it. I mean, it is inside, so...
As long as it doesn't look like a hotel again.
I swear to God, it looks like a fucking hotel
that's
again.
That's the bare minimum. They live in a house on a farm. Don't make it look like a hotel. What's your number 4?
My number 4 is Universal Monsters Eternal Bloodlines.
Really? Why?
We have had some really good Universal Monster houses, but it's kind of
overplayed,
kind of done, and they keep not giving the Creature from the Black Lagoon any attention.
Yeah, but I think it's such a it's so traditional.
Yeah,
it's
they've
how
done
can
it
you have
since,
Horror Nights without Eternal Monsters?
2018 was
or
the
Universal
first one.
Monsters, I mean.
So 18, 19, 21, 22, 20. This is gonna be the 6th year in a row.
I like Universal Monsters, but okay.
I do too, and so
my number 4 is Ghostbusters.
Over A Quiet Place?
Yeah.
Wow.
Because I also think there's something really charming about the scary houses that are not scary. And
the Goofy house?
Yeah, and I don't think it's going to be scary. I think it's going to be
I think it's going to be a fun house. Yeah. There's usually one every year that's the fun
kind of like Killer Clowns.
Yeah.
It's scary.
Killer Clowns was like that.
But it was fun. There was fun smells and there was cool props.
The Chucky house was like that too last year.
It wasn't...
Whereas it's
we
not
kept getting
scary.
sprayed in that one spot. We got stuck.
Yeah, that's actually the most viewed... I think it's the most viewed short on our channel right now is Austin being
getting sprayed.
Standing here getting sprayed 12 times.
Yeah, that sucked. But yeah, I think it'll be fun. That's why I put it kind of high.
Yeah.
It might not be the best, but...
What I was going to say about Universal Monsters is... So we have twice twice now The Invisible Man.
Mm-hmm.
You've seen him? They gave us The Invisible Man twice. And we have yet to see Creature from the Black Lagoon.
Maybe next year it'll just be Creature.
If he gets his own house, it'll be worth waiting for.
I don't think he's popular enough. Everyone knows Dracula. Mm-hmm. Everyone knows the Wolfman. Everyone knows the Mummy. Everyone knows Frankenstein. Everyone knows Frankenstein's Bride. Mm-hmm. There's not a lot of like Creature from the Black Lagoon lovers.
I know, but I'm one.
I know, but they're not going to capitalize. They're only going to capitalize on what's popular.
I'm going to be the only person in line. I'm going to be there like, woo!
With your Express.
Yeah, get Express just to go through that one 100 times.
So.
Okay, so then that was our number 4.
My
so
number 3.
What's your number 3?
Is Monstrous.
Okay.
Which I don't know if that's the right spot for it. I might have switched it with 3 and 4 with Ghostbusters because we've had Monstrous before and it was kind of underwhelming.
I think the problem was that we went through it in the daytime. Because when that same spot, when they had La Llorona the year before that, it was really, really scary.
Yeah, but just because it was popular doesn't mean it was scary.
Yeah, but I felt like...
Because I know that there was a huge line, like when we walked by there later in the night, because we went to another maze.
Probably the one in The Walking Dead.
Not Hotel, but the other one.
Yeah, we did not do that one again.
But there was a long line, but that doesn't mean it was good. We also have a large Hispanic population, so I think that might be why it's so popular.
Yeah. But
I hope they don't redo Monsters, like the same thing, like the Chupacabra and stuff.
No, they've shown us what they are. Obviously, I don't remember the names because they're all in Spanish, but it is completely different monsters.
So, and I do you know what the plaza is going to be? Is it going to be like Dia de Muertos?
Probably the same.
I like when they do that.
They did add a Chucky bar over by the Waterworld area. So that little cutout where there's just a bathroom, where Practical Jokers was.
Oh, okay.
Right there, they're doing a Chucky bar.
Is Monstrous going to be in the same spot?
Yeah, it's the Parisian Courtyard.
So it's probably going to be Dia de Muertos again.
Probably.
Which I'm fine with. I like it. I like the music and I like the people.
And the food.
And the food. And the people walking around in the dresses and the skeleton makeup. Like, it's cool.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think it could be cool. I think we should definitely wait to go till it's dark. Mm-hmm. And get a better experience.
Yeah. My number 3 is A Quiet Place.
Okay.
I put it pretty high because I really, really like the movie. I
do too.
What kept it from going higher is most of that movie's really quiet. And if they try to do quiet spots in the house, we're going to hear the next room or 2 rooms up. We're going to hear people screaming or we're going to hear the sound effects.
What if they do deadening, like padding in the rooms?
To make it like soundproof?
Yeah.
Put like sound blankets up?
Maybe.
They could, yeah. But you
would still be able to hear, obviously. Yeah. It's not going to cancel all the sound.
Maybe it being in the Walking Dead spot.
Oh, yeah.
Because that's kind of a bigger space. Maybe they'll space them out further, and you'll have to go further before you get to the next room.
Maybe.
And that'll help isolate each of the areas.
Yeah. I'm sure they'll do also an outdoor area. Because like I said, they live on a farm.
Because there's a cornfield, yeah. And there's the section with the waterfall.
Oh, I didn't even think about the second movie.
I think it's just based on the first one.
Oh, okay.
I'm pretty sure. I'm not 100% sure. Mm-hmm. But there's the first one, there's the second one, and then there's the new one, which is like day 1.
Which we haven't seen.
We haven't seen that one yet. Yeah. But I'm pretty sure it's just based on the original.
Okay. We should do an alien maze.
Universal Studios, I know you're not watching this, but if you're watching this, please, for the love of God, do an alien house.
That would be so cool.
You did Alien vs. Predator in 2014. I wasn't there yet. You did Alien vs. Predator again in 2015, and everybody hated it because it was the same house again. I also didn't start going that year. I started going the next year. I've been going almost 10 years, and I haven't seen an alien house. Please. I have an alien tattoo. Please. This is my official request to John Murdy to do an alien house. Please.
That would be really cool.
That would be my ultimate all-time number 1.
Or just a Predator house. That would be cool, too. Or just a Predator house.
Not Predator, please.
Alien's cool, too.
Alien's better.
Okay, number 2?
My number 2 is Monstrous.
Okay, mine is Dead Exposure, Death Valley. I'm really looking forward to that house. Mm. I think whenever, I don't know what those are called. They're like the original house. Mm-hmm. I think because they have so much creative freedom with it, they turn out really good.
Like how Scarecrow the Reaping did.
Yeah, because they can kind of go crazy with the details and like there's no universe or like rules to follow, so they can just kind of make whatever they want.
I was gonna say that there's no, because the problem when you base a house off a movie is that if you've seen the movie, you're like, oh well, I know it starts here, and then it goes here, and then there's this crazy thing that happens at the end. Because
like for instance, going back to that one house, the one with the crow at the end,
Scarecrow the Reaping,
like it was so freaking cool to round that corner, and there's these two giant people on
huge.
Stilts.
I think they were big crows. Weren't
they were huge crows, but they were wearing. I think they were wearing like hats.
Like they had like straw coming. It
was like people had turned into crows.
And they had big red glowing eyes.
Yes, it was so cool. It was such a good ending to the house. Like, if I don't remember, I remember a lot from that house actually. Like I remember walking through a room and there's like the strings hanging from the ceiling, and then
you remember saying that it smelled like Little Caesar's breadsticks?
No.
Oh no, not smelled like. When you're walking, and it's supposed to be like intestines that you have to move out of the way. You were like, oh, it feels like Little Caesar's breadsticks.
And I do remember walking through, and it's like a barn with like windows, and there was one guy who was following me. He would jump out of one, and probably because I was screaming, and then he'd run to the next one, and he'd jump out of that one. Like, that was a great house.
There's a section in that house where you kind of like corner. He got
me on all of them.
Yeah, because that's what when I went with Joe and Jared, he got Joe's literally like shit. He got him every single time.
Yeah, that was a great house. So I have a lot of high hopes for Dead Exposure, and I like the concept art that I've seen. Yeah. For the characters, like it looks really cool. I like the concept. So yeah, that one's really high for me. Number 2.
So what's your number 1?
What was your number 2?
Did I not say my number 2?
I don't know. I don't think you did.
My number 2 is Monstros.
Oh yeah, you did.
Did I? I don't remember. Oh well, either way, my number 2 is Monstros, and we've kind of already talked about.
Yeah. But you say your number 1.
You want me to say my number 1?
Yeah.
My number 1 is Dead Exposure.
Like we just talked about.
Because we were just talking about it. Okay. Because of how well Scarecrow has done, and
what was the one before that?
I was gonna say, what are some of the other originals? Well, the hotel one, but I think that was a last minute replacement.
Yeah, hotel was a stinker.
I think that was a last minute replacement.
Hotel, genuinely, like, I'd rather eat glass than walk through that house again. It was awful.
Because when you go through that house, it's like, hey, there's a guy that owns this hotel. He's dead. Now go through the hotel.
And didn't he kill someone? He killed a girl that he married.
I think it was.
He married into a wealthy family and murdered her.
I think so. He married into a wealthy family, and then he was like, I'm gonna have this hotel built with a whole bunch of like hidden rooms in it. I'm gonna use them to kill people. Now go through the hotel and look at all the people I killed.
Just a stinker.
Yeah.
Okay, well my number 1 is Universal Monsters.
My powers of deduction,
like,
I could tell that was
90% of the reason is because they're bringing Slash back for the music. And I wish I could go back and re-experience listening to
the Bride of Frankenstein
of Frankenstein song. Oh my god, that song's still like, so I love it.
I've sent you some of the merch. I did not show you. They are releasing a record.
Oh really?
With all the Slash Universal Monsters music on it.
That's cool.
Yeah, because I saw it when they opened the little tribute store in City Walk. Yeah. People were posting about it, and I was like, that's gonna be really awesome to have that with all of the Universal Monsters.
So I'm looking forward to the music, and I think that those houses, although they're kind of repetitive and like they do them every year, I think they still find ways to make them unique from each other. And what is it called? Eternal Bloodline?
Yeah.
So it's Dracula?
It's... I want to get this right. I'm pretty sure it's the children of Frankenstein versus the children of Dracula.
Dude, like that sounds so cool to me.
But I think it's a little bit similar to the Bride of Frankenstein house, where it was Bride of Frankenstein versus the Daughters of Dracula. And it was like...
That was like the best one, though.
That was a banger.
So,
but I do like the Universal Monsters houses. I feel like sometimes they rely too heavily on the same.
Oh, sorry.
It's in a new spot.
Because it was where Monstros is.
People had posted, and last year when it was the French one, which was also really good.
Oh, it was in the upper lot.
It was by Curious George Parking.
Or the back lot.
It was where Halloween and Scarecrow were.
Yeah.
I saw people posting when the stanchions went up with the wait time screens and everything. To get to that house, Eternal Bloodlines, we're going through the Dino Play area of the Jurassic Park line. It's in one of the sound stages in the back.
See, one year
It's
they
a new
did.
spot.
One year they did Halloween back there.
They used to do it up top where the bar is.
But one year
You
they
would go
did
up there
it-
and then go across to the next
I'm
building.
pretty sure it was below.
I'm not sure. That was they were still using that spot when I started
Yeah.
going, but I never went through the house that was over there.
But I
'Cause
know
didn't
they've
that
done
there
a
was
house
over there.
back there before, but
Yeah.
maybe not that specific spot. That's interesting.
I've heard that it's in Soundstage 12.
So they're gonna have how many down below?
Almost
Obviously
all
they're
of them
gonna
are
have-
down below.
Really?
So in the big spot where the big house always is where Weekend is. Where Weekend was last time, where Stranger Things was, where The Exorcist was. That Soundstage house is where the Weekend is. The Mummy Q is Dead Exposure.
Oh, okay.
Where
Behind it.
where Exorcist Believer was last time. Remember, it was in that other
Yeah.
side building. That's where Texas Chainsaw is going to be.
I'm gonna forget all this.
And then Eternal Bloodlines is in another soundstage off the back way.
Oh, okay.
The two Monstrous is in Parisian Courtyard.
Excuse me.
Quiet Place is in the Walking Dead spot. And then the two that are by the
What about
Curious
Waterworld?
George, they're doing the Purge thing again.
Oh,
The
we
Purge
didn't
show.
do that.
They are doing another show that is Late Night with Chucky.
Or for what? Where Kung Fu
it's-
Panda is? Are they
I
doing
assume.
something in there?
I think so. It's going to be like a late night show, but Chucky's the host.
Is it gonna be another waste of time?
I
Like the last
I
one?
think we're just not going to waste our time going.
We
If
might as
Chucky's
well.
involved,
We're gonna have so much time left.
Yeah, but
I
typically,
assume.
if Chucky's involved, we are not interested.
Yeah, it's just not my cup of tea.
But yeah, and then the two that are in the back are going to be Ghostbusters: Frozen Empire, and then which one was left out of the list that I haven't read yet? Insidious. So Insidious and Ghostbusters are going to be by the Curious George parking lot through the Harry Potter stuff.
Okay, so there's only gonna be two back there.
Yeah, and then and then the Terror Tram is
Oh yeah.
I think it's called the Horrors of Blumhouse.
Horse?
Horrors. The Horrors of Blumhouse. They're doing Megan, Black Phone, and Purge.
We should probably watch Megan.
I don't want to. That movie looks
It
stupid.
might be good.
Yeah.
Everyone hypes it up. Maybe we'd get that show that we saw last year that didn't make any sense.
Yeah, when we walked into the Kung Fu Panda theater and they were like, here's a bunch of trailers that you guys have already seen, and then, oh shit, here's a bunch of little kids dancing. Now leave.
And they just showed, they showed the Megans dancing, and then they stopped, and then they were like, please, enjoy the rest of your night or whatever. And I was like, that's it?
You could hear people around the theater go, what?
You could hear like multiple people go, what? Or that's it? Or, huh?
Is that it?
Yeah.
Is there anything else?
Like, it was so dumb. What a waste of time. The only thing that made it worth it was we got to see the
The
Five Nights at Freddy's
suits.
Yeah.
Yeah, we got to
That was cool.
walk up to him and be like, horror, horror, horror. But
that's-
they're doing Blumhouse again, but they're not doing Five Nights at Freddy's, which I don't know why they wouldn't. It was so successful. They should just do a Five Nights at Freddy's
know.
house.
They should.
That'd be cool.
It would be really cool. Oh.
Oh.
Anything else to add, Layla?
It's almost Layla's dinner time.
Oh.
She's excited for dinner. All right. Well, I think we've been yapping long enough.
Yeah.
So that's our hype list for this year.
So my number one is Universal Monsters.
And mine is Dead Exposure.
Dead Exposure. Okay.
So this should be going up the weekend that the event is starting. So if you see this after you've already gone, let us know what you thought. We're going the second week. We're going for my birthday.
Happy birthday. You're going to be 30.
No, I'm not. I'm going to be 26. Which, I mean, I might as well be 30 at that point. But my birthday is Friday the 13th this year. So we're going on Friday the 13th. So I'm very excited. And we got Express. Because
Okay.
we
We
don't
balled
feel
out.
we don't feel like waiting in 10 hours worth of lines.
Yeah. And we're getting those sandwiches.
Yes.
So you better have them
The
ready.
next time you see us, we'll probably be eating a sandwich.
Yeah, that's true.
Alrighty. Well, that's it.
Bye.
And I think we should come full circle and leave this video how we started it.
Any last thoughts? No? She said no.
Tell the people goodbye.
Bye. Bye.
Bye.